Okay, guys. Hello everybody. Umakeba, no. Guys, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for supporting the channel. It's really drawing very well. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. The like button and also comment. Today we'll be continuing with our statistics. Um, Today we'll be doing definition. So we'll be explaining any definition that you need to know in terms of stats, mode, median, interquartile range. Everything that you need to know is going to be on this video in terms of the terms. So from the previous video, if you haven't seen the previous video, I'm just gonna put the link below. You can see where we tell you what is the group data, what is ungrouped data. So first thing on the ungrouped data is just numbers that are there. Let's just give you numbers. Group data is when it's arranged for you on the table form. So one of the important things under the ungrouped data, you must arrange your numbers. Make sure you arrange your numbers. You must be arranged. Your numbers must be arranged from small to big. Very important. Arrange your numbers before you do anything. Your numbers must be arranged. Here it's just the table form. You keep it as it is, the way they have given. So now let's start with our terms. First term that we are going to be looking for, we're going to look at the mode. What is the mode? The mode are just values. Just going to use another pen. Just values that occur the most. Are just values that occur the most. This is just the mode, just the repeated values, if I can put it in a simple term. And the mode under the group term is an interval with the highest. I hope you can see the difference from these two. The highest frequency. There's the mode there. From group data and ungrouped data. And then from here, let's look at another term, which is what? Median. Let's look at the median. What is the median? Median is just the value in the middle. It's the value in the middle. And then the median here median under the group data, it's the interval in which the middle values lies. I hope you see the difference from there. Median in the ungrouped data, it's a value in the middle term, but median in the group data is an interval in which the middle values lies. Now let's get the mean. Then how do we find the mean? Mean is just the sum of all values over this number, the number of values. This is how we get the median. Then the mean, sorry. And then the mean under grouped data is just the sum of, remember you need to find the mid values or the midpoint. So it's the mid values or midpoint times the frequency is the sum, and over the total of what? Of frequency. I hope you see the difference between the two. And then now we are going to go to the range. The range is the same between grouped and ungrouped data. It's the same one. Ungrouped and grouped data is the same thing. It's just the biggest minus the smallest. It's like the maximum minus the minimum. It's the same both terms. And then now we're gonna have something that we call n. There's a value that we usually use, which is n, which is just the number. It's just the number of values. But on this side, which is on a group terms, n is usually the cumulative frequency. I hope we're still getting along under these definitions. And now we can start here with what? With the position of Q1. I hope you still know what is Q1. Q1 is the lower quartile. The lower quartile. How do we find the lower quartile? Lower quartile is just 1 over 4 into n plus 1. N is a number of what? Of values. And now on this side, finding Q1, just gonna write Q1 is still the same as what? Position of the lower quartile of Q1. Here, how do we find Q1? Is just 1 over 4 times n. I hope you see the difference. There is plus 1 here, there is no plus 1 here. Okay. And then now, how do we find what now? Q2. Q2, which is what? The median. How do you find Q2, which is the median? Still the same, the position of the Q2. How do we find it here? It's 2 over 4 into n plus 1. If you simplify this, it's just 1 over 2 into n plus 1. This is how we find the median, which is Q2. And also on this side, Q2, how do we find Q2? It's just 2 over 4 into n. If you simplify this, it's just going to give us 1 over 2 into n. I hope you still understand that one. And then now, guys, we're going to continue from, remember, we were doing Q3. We still have ungrouped, and we have what? We have grouped. Then we have now Q3. We were doing Q3. Then how do you find Q3? Q3, remember, it's our upper quartile. So now this one, Q3, it's what? Is an upper quartile. Is an upper quartile. Then how do we find Q3? Remember, on the ungrouped, it's what? It's 3 over 4 into n plus 1. That's how we find what? Q3 on what? On the ungrouped data. Remember, the ungrouped data is a data where they give you random numbers, but on the group data, it's where they give you on the table. And then now Q3 on this side, which is still an upper quartile. It's 3 over 4 into n. I hope you see the difference between the group, the ungrouped and grouped. This plus 1 is very important. And then now another thing that we need to do, or to say on this table that we're doing here, the position of, let's say, the 30 percentile. Let's say they say the position of a 30 percentile. How do we find this 30 percentile? They give us 30 here, so it's going to be 30 percentage to what? 100, so it's going to be over 100. And then you say you're going to n. Remember, n is the number of values, and then plus 1. This is how you find the 30 percentile. Now here, let's say also position of the 30 percentile. You also say here, remember we gave you 30, so it's going to be 30 over percentile is a percentage, it's over 100 times what? The number of values, but here it's accumulative frequency. I hope you will forget, you won't forget this one. Now let's continue with our terms. Now we're going to do the interquartile range. Interquartile range. Now how do we find the interquartile range? We're going to take Q3, then we minus it what? With Q1. I hope you still remember how do you find Q3, how do you find Q1. Don't forget that one. And then now let's find the semi interquartile range. Semi interquartile range. Semi interquartile range. Semi means 2, so it's going to be Q3 minus Q1 divided by what? By 2. This is how find what? The semi interquartile range. And then we have these 5 numbers that are very famous, which we call it 5 number summary. If we have these 5 numbers, what are these 5 numbers? These 5 numbers is just the minimum value and what? And Q1 and what? And the median. What is the median? Remember, median is Q2, and also we have what? We have Q3, and what we have maximum value. This is just a 5-number summary. If they're saying what a 5-number summary in your whatever data that they gave you, you just find the minimum value, you find Q1, you find Q2, you find Q3, and you give them the maximum value. That's what they are looking for if they are saying 5-number summary. And then now we have this box and the whisker. How do we draw this box in the whisker diagram? We use this 5-number summary here, which is what? Which is the mean, the Q1, the Q2, the Q3, and the maximum. I'm just gonna draw just a rough box and the whisker here. Just a rough sketch of it. It's gonna be the rough one here. This is, I'm just gonna name this one here 4, and then this one I'm just gonna name 6. This one here I'm just gonna name it 12, and then this one here I'm just gonna name it 22, and then this one here I'm just gonna name it 30. These are just for a 5-number summary, but now remember, this is the minimum. And then this one is going to be my Q1. This one is the median, which is what? Which is Q2. Is the median. And then this here, it's going to be my Q3. And then this here is going to be my maximum value. 5-number summary, and the Bosc and the whiskey start minimum Q1, Q2, Q3, and the maximum value. And then now, something that is very important here, I hope you can notice it. From the minimum to the median here, and also from this median here going to this maximum here, I hope you see the difference of the length of this one and also this one. This one is shorter, then this one is more longer. So analyzing our Bosc and the whiskey, we can say this Bosc and the whiskey from is longer on this side, which is our right hand side. So it's gonna say it's what is positively skewed. Positively skewed. Because it's skewed on the right hand side, it's skewed as the positive numbers. Because we know if you go this direction, you are going on the direction of the positive numbers. So it's skewed to the right, and also you can write that it's skewed to the right. I hope we're still on the same track. Okay, now let's get this thing clear. The one of the skewed data. Let me just gonna explain it briefly. Which side is longer? Big question here, that which side is longer? This is the big question from this thing. If now from mean to mean and the minimum, or mean from to a median here to, it's longer. Now it's skewed to the left. It's skewed to the left, skewed to the left. If it's this side, just making an example, if this side was longer than this side, so our Bosc and the whiskey or our skewed diagram was going to be skewed on the left. Why on the left direction? Or we're going to say it's what? It's negatively. Why do we say it's negatively? Because these numbers, if you are going to this side, you are going to the negative numbers. That's why it's skewed to what? To skewed negatively. From going from this side to this side, we are going from negative numbers if you are looking on our number line. So if you are not saying skewed to the left, you're going to say negatively skewed. Those are two reasoning. If you are not saying skewed to the left, it's going to say skewed to is negatively skewed. Now, let's say now, from the median now to the maximum. Now, from the median to the maximum, we've already touched this one. We're going to say it's what? It's skewed to the right. It's skewed to the right, or it's positively skewed because it's going to the positive numbers. It's positively skewed. I hope you understand everything from there. Now let me divide your there's something that is very important, very important. A box and a whisker diagram divide the data into quarters. E.g., let me just make you an example here. This is just going to be my rough diagram also. Just going to be my rough diagram here. It's divided into quarters. I hope you do understand what are quarters. If I can just going to name it in percentages. Quarter, the first quarter, this one is just going to be 25%, and also this one is just going to be 25%, and also this one is just going to be 25%, and also this one is just going to be 5%. So it's a quarter of this Bosc and the whisker. Remember, Bosc and the whisker diagram divides the data into quarters. And then this one here, if you can look at this one it's what? It's negatively skewed, or it's what? It's skewed to the left. Umageba, guys. Thank you so much. If you like the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. See you now.